Hey, what's up? It's Dave here from the Matt and Dave Show, thanking you for listening and reminding you to like, share, and subscribe if you like what you hear. I think you will, but I'm biased.
He's Dave. I'm Matt. And this is the Matt and Dave Show. Dave giving us a little extra juice because we desperately need it this morning. This is it's not daylight savings.
This is whatever spring.
This is the spring
This is
forward.
spring forward.
There's a time change, and we both hate it. And yeah,
It's not that we arbitrarily hate it. We hate it because it's the worst.
yes, I think somebody's
It's the worst.
taking an hour of my sleep.
Right.
Like, why can't it be during the day? Like, hey, can't it be 2 o'clock and then all of a sudden it's 4?
Yeah.
Like, woohoo! On a Friday.
Yeah.
Like, everybody be like, yes.
Yeah, no.
Bring on that time change.
Yeah, they rip it out of you, and this is some fucking supervillain shit right here.
Ooh, it really is.
Like, hey, I'm going to sneak into the night, and this is like the long con,
Yeah.
just slowly removing joy out of your life.
They're slowly stealing pieces of our soul.
This is how
They've seen the memes. They know we like our sleep and naps.
Yeah. This is how they get eternal life. They siphon an hour from everybody's life simultaneously one day a year, and it sustains them. And nobody they've done the calculations enough to know that nobody will put up too much of a fuss about it, so they can do this indefinitely.
We do it just once a year. We'll pretend we give it back
Right.
in 6 months. But we won't.
It's like a life vampire that just sucks the life out of people.
Yeah.
And they do it because they used to do it they would take one human per year and they would just suck the life out of them. But then the pitchforks and the torches came out, so they developed this plan to just slowly drip the life out of everybody simultaneously. Thus, eternal life.
I've never seen this theory online anywhere.
I'm just saying.
I can't believe that a community, a nation, if you will, of nerds, because being a nerd today is so popular.
It's so gauche.
And so mainstream.
It's so gauche.
That there haven't been more people who thought of this.
Yeah. I'm saying this is like the flat Earth theory.
This sounds like it would be a Mel Brooks comedy. Let's do this. Yo, Mel, give us a call. We'll pitch it to you.
God, have you seen the new documentary on Netflix about the flat earthers?
I have not. What is it called?
Oh, God damn it, you would ask me. I don't remember.
Oh.
So it's been written about pretty extensively. I haven't
Yeah.
watched it. And controversially, because people also feel like they're giving these fucking, and I'll take a stand on this, nut job idiotic conspiracy theorists a platform.
Right.
But the counterbalance to it is the end of the movie kind of fixes it. So I mean, I'll spoil the shit out of it. It doesn't matter. So basically, they're going through this movie. They're like, yeah, flat Earth. There's no proof. Blah, 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 blah. And at the end, they start they got some money, so they start running these scientific tests to prove that the Earth is flat.
Mm-hmm.
They keep proving the theory that the Earth is round.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
I need to see this. You need to find out what the name of it is. I'll look it up. I mean, I'll Google it
look
later.
Look it up.
But that's awesome.
Yeah, it's good. But they're they do the they do the cardboard test or plywood. So basically, the idea is you space out plywood at 30 feet, 70 feet, whatever, and then you shine a light through a hole in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hypothetically, if the Earth is flat, you'll be able to see that light
It'll go
all
straight
the way
through.
through. Yeah, because there's no curvature to
Right.
the Earth.
Yeah.
So the last thing is, the guy's got a camera up on the hole. He's like, all right, shine the flashlight right at the hole. Okay. You shining the flashlight?
Did you do it yet?
Yeah. Yes. All right. Well, why don't you just go ahead and
Just jiggle it around a little bit.
throw the light as high as you can over your head, and then you see the light appear in the viewfinder.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Well, that didn't really mean anything.
Huh. Well, but he doesn't say that. He just, all he's going is, huh. That's interesting. Huh.
It's so hard. It's so hard to, and I don't know how this happens because it doesn't seem like it's always been this way, but it's so hard to admit you're wrong.
Yeah. Well,
like it really is.
For all the good the internet has done, and I think the internet has done a lot of good. I think it's opened up a lot of people's
I 100%
eyes.
agree.
And knowledge is a good thing, I will say, as a person who espouses that people should know more things.
Yeah.
You should know more things. You should try to know more things. You should try to understand more things. But like the proverbial apple from the tree, there's a bit of a downside to that. Like, not all knowledge is truthful knowledge. Not all knowledge is good knowledge. There is bad things out there as well that you could know. And there's a place where you could, and as society gets more insular, like, people just form these pockets of flat Earth.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
didn't we take care of that a couple hundred years ago?
We've really put the
moved
time
on
in as a society, establishing just certain shit. And I understand wanting to question things. Like, I won't even besmirch that. Like, I get that. But at the same time, dude, like, come on, man. Like, put some fucking, like, question some good shit.
Right.
Don't sit there and go, bees. Are they aliens?
Oh, jeez.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like everybody suddenly became the fucking Alien Mysteries history guy. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's listen,
aliens.
Everything that you create with good can be used for evil.
Trust me, you don't have to sell me on this. I understand.
I mean, come on.
I understand it, and
that's why I think more people should just read comic books because you learn so much from comic books.
You do learn a
good,
lot from...
evil, like evil plans, why it's bad, why creating good things can also be bad, and how we need to just all this stuff.
See, I steer people towards the high fantasy. Like, if you want to really understand the good evil metric, like that, they're really good about the balance.
Yeah.
Of it. They what was it? It was the Dragonland series that I was a big fan of as the kid. And like, it's their overarching thing is it's not that people are bad or that people are good, that there's a balance in between that. And that was kind of like the big whole thing about it. It's not, there's always going to be bad people and there should be good people to counteract that. You can't, and if everybody's good, then some people think they're going to be more good than other people, and then the balance is restored in that. Like, it was cool. It was really, really cool.
Yeah. Well, not all good people can do bad things, and bad people can do good things.
All right,
it happens.
So,
yeah,
I want to talk to you about this, but I don't want to be spoiled.
Okay.
How was Captain Marvel?
That's good.
That's good.
That's good.
That's it. That's all you're going to give me?
I mean, I don't want to give you too much because I don't want to spoil it.
That's fair.
It's good. It's not bad.
Okay, so like, were the
you were expecting more from me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
No, I'm gonna give you more. I was just fucking with you.
No, Matt, I don't expect anything from you.
Oh, just like my mother.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's a universal thing.
That's true. Yeah, most people don't expect too much.
And by the way, welcome. Welcome to the land of low expectation.
It's
so much easier here.
Fuck you, because that is not the case with you, sir. And it's not the case with me. I'm just kidding. No, it was like Captain Marvel was really good. First of all, let me just say,
were the angry nerds right?
No, they weren't right.
Is it a social justice warrior movie?
No, it's not. And actually, that was one of the things that I liked about it.
Yeah.
No, it is a very good movie. It is definitely not the best Marvel movie, and it is definitely not the worst.
So Iron Man 3 is still the shit tier movie?
No, I'd say Thor: The Dark World is.
Oh, you know what? I don't know which one I think is worse.
I think Thor: The Dark World is worse, and then Iron Man 3 is close. Because there were some things in Iron Man 3 that I enjoyed, and there were some things in Thor.
Exactly. Yeah.
There were some things, but I enjoyed more of. I think it's probably the Robert Downey Jr. effect. I enjoyed more from the Iron Man movie just because of that.
See, I like the Loki storyline in.
I like the Loki storyline. I like Loki in
the Dark World.
I think it was just too. I don't know what was going on with Thor: The Dark World,
but there's some problems.
But hey, listen, they introduced the time stone. What stone was it that they know?
Oh no, that's the
red one.
The red one
was
bloodstone.
No,
strength.
bloodstone. The Bloodstone, the Strength Stone. Come on, man.
What is it? What is it?
Whatever the stone is, I can't even think of what it is. But yeah, so yeah, and unfortunately, listen, every Marvel movie that comes out, it's gonna be compared. Like, hey, is it the best Marvel movie ever? No, it's not the best Marvel movie ever. But it is a damn good movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. There are many flaws. There are things that they did that I just really hated. And once you see the movie, I think there's one specific thing that sticks out that you'll be like, really?
Yeah.
Is that what we did?
So it would be like me watching Aquaman.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it still is pretty cool.
No. It's better than that. There's just like really, come on, really, that's the way that you wanted to go with that? Okay,
sure. All right.
But no, it's good, and I liked it because they even said that this wasn't going to be an origin movie, and it was an origin movie, but it wasn't your stereotypical origin movie. It was more of like an origin that was revealed through mystery.
Yes,
not through. I mean, not just a series of flashbacks. It was kind of a flashback thing,
right? Because like when the movie starts, she's like full on.
She's already
Captain
like
Marvel.
she's got Kree blood. She's bleeding. She's bleeding blue, and she's fighting Jude Law's character. Who I don't even know why, like, we were misdirected on who his character was, which isn't a spoiler. You'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, so she's fighting him, and she's already part of this
team,
this Kree galactic fighter team.
Sure.
Already has her powers and just all that stuff. Like, so it opens with her already being kick-ass and being powerful. Yeah. She's still kind of learning how to control the power.
Right.
But no, I mean, it opens very much with her just in the middle of it. And then, she doesn't remember who she is or who she was.
Right.
And you kind of find that out through the course of this movie. I think setting in the 90s was pretty cool. Samuel L. Jackson's great. I'll tell you, when she does get to Earth and her and Samuel L. Jackson team up, it becomes like a buddy cop movie.
Uh-huh.
And let me just say this too. And we talked about this briefly yesterday, you and I. There is no romance in this movie. There is no love story at all. There's no hint of one.
Cool.
There's no sniffing of one.
Like it.
Zero.
I'm in.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Because it really just totally takes any kind of tension away from anything, and you really can focus on like the buddy cop relationship between Brie Larson and Samuel Jackson, which is fantastic.
Nice.
People are complaining that Brie Larson's a little stoic, a little flat, and I can say that she is, but I think it's part of the character development.
Right.
But she has a couple of moments where, like, I look forward to seeing her. Maybe not so much in Avengers Endgame. I mean, I do look forward to seeing her in that. But I do look forward to seeing another one of these movies where she can shine, because she has some moments where it's just like, yeah, she's got these nuances and these quirks.
She's an amazing actress.
She is an amazing actress, and I think that might be part of a problem too. If you go expecting like an amazing performance, it was pretty good. It was good, but I think it was just the way that the character was.
Sure.
And the directors too. Like,
I firmly believe in her ability to make really good acting choices.
Unbelievable, and she does, and she has just these little hints and subtleties about the character, about who Carol Danvers is or was, because she doesn't know who she is or was.
Right. Yeah.
So there's a lot of that. And I will tell you that there is no like rah girl power moment in this movie, which is great. It's basically like, I think Marvel. We were saying how it was bad for Marvel that DC got the first all female. The first like solo female starring superhero movie. And you know what? Looking at Captain Marvel, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because what Marvel has done is just created the first movie that stars a woman, has nothing to do with girl power. Now, she's powerful.
Right. And she's a girl.
Right.
But it's not girl power.
And there are, she gets picked on. She does have to overcome things, because this movie starts in like 88, 89.
Right.
It's set primarily at 95. So, there were still a lot of hurdles for women to jump as far as like being in the military.
Yeah.
And they touch on that just a bit.
Yeah.
But really, like, when they show her fall, it's not because she's a woman. It's because that's just what people do. And then there's this montage that's really cool of like her getting up all these times through different moments of her life.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like it was like, yeah, girls rock. It was like, this is what a strong person does.
Yes.
They get knocked down and they get back up. It wasn't a strong man or strong woman. It was a strong person.
Okay.
And what I loved, and I remember, I was thinking about this moment. I was reading an article with the directors, and they said, Captain Marvel and Captain America are really different. Like, they both do the right thing. They both stand up for what's right. Captain America will get knocked down, and he'll get back up because it's the right thing to do.
Yes.
Captain Marvel, I love this quote. I love this line when they said this. Captain Marvel will get knocked back down, and she'll get back up because fuck you. The directors of this movie said that, and I'm thinking about this, and as I'm seeing her. It's almost like they said this to her, like this when she gets up. This is what
this was their direction.
Because every time I went back and I thought about that moment, I was like, every time she gets up, she does have this look on her face, like fuck you, like a defiant look in her face, not because she's a woman, but just because fuck you. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna be, All
right.
It was awesome. It was cool.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot going on, a lot to like. They flipped the script on a lot of things.
Good. Like a good subversion of a trope.
Yep. There's interesting aspects of it. There are parts of it that tie back into the Marvel universe and things that we've seen.
Always.
But I remember my one big takeaway. I remember I saw it with the kid and the girlfriend, and I remember I leaned over to the kid and I said, "Dude, she can take Thanos."
Yeah,
because she and they did a really good job because she's super powerful. Like, there's one point in the movie where she's fucking just punching spaceships,
right?
Which isn't a spoiler because I think that's in the trailer.
Yeah,
but they did a good job of showing her. They gave her kind of like this personal weakness to help control the power that she has, whereas Superman has no weaknesses, other than kryptonite.
Right,
like he's not a flawed human or a flawed person.
Yes.
He was raised on a farm. He was raised with good morals and good intentions, and now he has all these powers. And she has this character flaw about her where she just gets angry and mad, and she lets her emotions control her.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so that's kind of how they you see Jude Law's character kind of telling her all the time, listen, you got to control yourself. Beat me without powers before you can use your powers,
right?
And so that's how they kind of throughout the movie. That's how she deals. That's how they deal with it. The story deals with the fact that she's really, really super powerful. And then there's just at the end, she just fucking lets it go.
Nice.
And it's cool. It's cool. But I remember going, wow, yeah, she can take Thanos.
Interesting.
It's gonna be interesting.
All right.
It's gonna be interesting.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I think where she, they do explain where she gets her powers, and it's very, very interesting.
Okay.
Enjoyed the choice. So it was good. It was definitely not my favorite Marvel movie. But there are 20
some odd
29 a lot of Marvel movies.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to top. My favorite is Iron Man. I mean, I think
the original one?
Yeah, I think that I think you got to give credit to the original. Like, if that doesn't work, everything Robert Downey Jr. did, and that we had our first stinger with Nick Fury, and that's just amazing, exciting. Like, think of how you felt when you saw that for the first time. So that's still my favorite. I think Black Panther's a better movie. I think Winter Soldier's a better movie. But I'll tell you, Captain Marvel's better than Iron Man 3. It's better than Thor. Thor's 1 and 2. It's better than it's better. It's better than Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
It's better than a lot of movies. It's better than the first Ant-Man.
Wow.
Yeah, and and again, I actually compare this to the first Ant-Man.
Yeah.
That it was good. It was good. I'm excited to see where they take the character and do more, and I want to see this character interact with the rest of the Avengers.
All right.
So it was exciting. The other thing that I noted after the movie,
sure,
that I said to the kid is this movie didn't have as much humor in it as previous Marvel movies.
Really?
Yes, and I think that because
that's kind of their thing too.
Right. Well, because we just got the comedic Thor movie, and then you got Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, which is all comedy, and I think that was the last Marvel movie that came out was Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they had humor.
Okay.
They had humor. There was definitely funny moments where, and sometimes it was just me laughing.
Which is fine.
I don't care. I was like, all right, people are in here and they're boring. They're sourpusses, whatever. But it wasn't as funny. Like, they didn't really build. They really built the movie on the story and the journey for this character and unraveling her mystery, not so much in the humor.
Okay.
But that's a good thing. It's a good thing for this movie. So yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll like it.
All right.
I think you'll like it.
So I want to talk about the Scott Pilgrim connection.
Okay.
Have you seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
Yes, I have.
Yes,
a few times.
I like to double check.
Yeah, it's the kid's favorite movie, so yeah.
Oh, is it really?
It is, yeah.
Oh, right. So
Yeah, he's got pretty good taste sometimes.
right. So now that Brie Larson has joined,
Yes.
so we have Captain Marvel, Captain America, and Superman.
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. A Superman.
Or Captain Atom.
Or Captain Atom.
Yeah, depending on which iteration of
or
it.
Or the Atom. Yeah, I'll take Atom.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Or not Captain Atom, just the Atom.
Just Atom, yeah.
Different Cap.
I mean, I liked his Superman, but he does a good job as Atom. I think,
dude, I really liked Brandon Routh's Superman.
I did too.
But
I think the unfortunate part is that he got stuck in a movie where they wanted to do a direct sequel to Superman 2.
Yeah.
And not even the good Superman 2.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
But actually, the thing I liked more in that movie was not just his Superman, but I really liked his Clark Kent.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's the part you have to nail. Like,
yes.
It's easy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to say this, fully aware how arrogant it sounds, but it's easy to be stoic and good.
Sure, yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
that's not a huge acting challenge, but the frailty and the flummoxedness of Clark Kent is like, that's the harder part to sell. And then the jumping between the two of those.
I think that was one of the reasons why people didn't accept Ben Affleck's Batman as much as the others, because he wasn't a very good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
The Bruce Wayne that they wrote for those movies was not the Bruce Wayne that we know, love, expect,
yeah.
or even if not even the expectations, but even just poor choices with Bruce Wayne in the Justice League and Batman v Superman movies. And I think that's why a lot of people our age consider Michael Keaton one of the better ones, because he was a good Bruce Wayne.
He was a great Bruce Wayne.
You know, I do think he was a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he played a good broken ass. Like I as a rich guy who lost both parents.
Yeah.
And just raised by the butler, kind of fucked up.
I would enjoy, and I'm really looking forward to this next Batman movie, because I hope they've talked about how this is going to be more of a detective noir story, which I love.
Absolutely.
With multiple villains, which I love too, because it gives you a chance to like put somebody in there, like who is the main bad guy of the story, because they're all bad guys. We don't need to see an orange story. I don't need to see where the penguin came from or what. I don't need to see any of that.
I don't need to see the well.
Right, but I like
stop the well.
One of the things that I liked about the Dark Knight trilogy is that you saw like the Bruce Wayne as he is with Alfred.
Yes.
Like you got to see that, like how he actually is, and less of the showman playboy kind of a deal where they try to do that. But I dig that. I dug that. I hope that what they do with this new Batman is that they show the detective side and more of that broken, boy. That's why I really think that introducing Dick Grayson would be huge to move the Batman stories forward, to focus on how does this person do as a mentor or as a as a father figure or a big brother or whatever, because what we've seen in the movie so far is just this dude who's very 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 cut off and cold, and he does that for a reason, and then he sees somebody who goes through the same thing he did,
right?
And how does he take what he learned to make sure, because his whole thing with Dick was, I don't want Dick to end up like me.
Yes, exactly.
I would love to see that. That's
a good dynamic.
It is. It's a great
and one that hasn't been explored.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not with Batman. Not with Batman at all. Not in the movies anyway.
Yeah, not in a live action movie.
Yeah. So Scott Pilgrim connection. Yes. Captain Marvel.
Well, I think I just think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, and people are like, because they'll go through, and because I was watching some of the old Scott Pilgrim clips, just because I enjoy it, and now all the comments are like, oh my God, like this band is going to kick Thanos' ass.
Yeah. That's true. That is very true. Yeah. I like that.
Like all they have to do is add Kieran Culkin's character to the Marvel universe now, and then you're just in. You're just solidly in.
Actually, so I don't know the dude's name, but he was on New Girl. He's tall, he's funny, he's got glasses.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly
he
who
was
you're talking about.
in Scott Pilgrim. He's the one that Scott Pilgrim asks, hey, have you heard about Ramona? What do you know about Ramona Flowers?
Yeah.
And he's the one that tells
Scott
about Ramona Flowers. He's in Captain Marvel.
Is he really?
He is.
There's he
plays a coroner.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yes.
Oh, that's absolutely hilarious.
So there's another one from Scott Pilgrim.
There's another one. But yeah, because I kept seeing in the comments section, I'm like, oh yeah.
I like that. That's great.
This band is going to kick.
I'll have to mention that to Jordan, because I don't think that we thought of that at all.
Oh yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
And just watching Chris Evans in that movie, like playing the like douchebag. Oh, it's so good.
I tell you, man, I hope after Endgame, I hope he gets to do some really good media roles because Chris Evans is a good actor.
He really is.
Like, if you can do what he did in Scott Pilgrim or even Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
he's fucking hilarious.
He's hilarious.
He's so funny.
And usually guys who are that hilarious and that can play hilarious straight, they've got some good acting chops. And I would love to see. And he was great in what, Snowpiercer?
He was great in Snowpiercer.
There is a movie that he directed.
Really?
On Netflix. I watched it a little while ago. Fuck. It's him and I don't know who the girl is. It might even be Elizabeth Olsen. Maybe?
Really?
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of two different movies, but he directed a movie. All I remember, like the image from Netflix, it was like him holding an instrument of some sort. I think it was like a trumpet player.
Okay.
And it was just him and this girl. And they walk around like town. It almost kind of sounds like Before Sunrise. It's not like Before Sunrise, but it is very good. Like, and I think he wrote it and directed it, and he stars in it. And it's not a bad. I mean, it's a small little. It's probably a $2 million movie.
Sure.
Which in Hollywood standards is a
tiny movie,
considering how they spent $1 billion on Avengers.
Yeah.
But he does a good job with it. Like, I watch that movie and I don't ever see Captain America. I think he's really good. Actor.
I mean, I liked him as the Human Torch.
Yeah.
Like,
yes. Yeah.
Even in those movies, I was like, this guy, like, he got it. He really kind of got it.
I agree.
And it's that fun. And then to see him like switch to Captain America, which is a much more like fish out of water, stoic type of thing, but still slowly discovering the humor within it, like, and that allows him to explore. I think he's great. I think he's got a great career ahead of him, and I love people that like they're willing to, cut their chops in comedy and know that it's not defining to them, especially if they can do it. So
I mean, you look at all of the actors that they have, like at least at the head of the MCU. I mean, Chris Evans, great actor. Robert Downey Jr., obviously good actor. Chris Hemsworth, great actor.
Yeah. Again, the surprisingly comedic.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth.
And I love that it turned out that way, because I think when he started with Thor and then he did movies like the remake of Red Dawn.
Like
it was like, okay, I'm going to try to be this like action hero guy. Yeah. And then like we found he's really fucking, and that was the first movie we really discovered he was really funny.
Yeah.
Like he was hilariously funny. Yeah. And then it came out that he improv'd a lot of that. And it was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And then we got Thor, and now he's going to do the new Men in Black.
Yep.
I think he's got some comedic chops, and I'd love to see him like in another like really good, juicy, solid role that he could play.
I think he could do the action comedy very, very well. Like he could pick up the. And I think The Rock does a really good job of it. But like the Arnold Schwarzenegger action comedy, mantle, or actually I guess it would be now the Vin Diesel action comedy mantle.
Yeah, but Vin Diesel's never really funny.
Yeah, that's true.
Think of the comedy movies that he made. What, The Pacifier?
Yes.
Is that it? The Pacifier?
Yes.
Like, he's just not very funny.
He's not actually
like
funny.
Stick to the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why he's so mad at The Rock right now, because The Rock's going off and doing his own Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah.
And now Vin Diesel's like, what the fuck, man? That's my thing.
That's
You're already The Rock, man. You got Jumanji. You got all this stuff.
You got all of it.
You got the giant apes you fucking dance with. Like, what? You need to drive fast cars now too, man?
And Jason Statham.
I tell you what, man, you ride that Fast and the Furious ride, and you're like, no, I'm good. I don't need to be a part of this franchise anymore.
Really?
Nope.
I've never ridden it.
I told you, it's awful.
Dude, I've only seen, was it the 3? I've never gone beyond 3.
Oh, the Fast and the Furious movies?
Yeah. Oh, maybe I saw 4.
Well, 3, so what, 3, yeah, 3 is Tokyo Drift,
Tokyo
right?
Drift, yeah.
So after 3 is Fast and Furious. That's when they get the original players all back together.
Oh, you know what? I did see that.
And that's pretty
they're
good.
like in Mexico running guns or something like that.
Rio de Janeiro, yeah.
Yeah,
and that's
that one I did see.
That's good. And then after that is when they start kind of steering into the skid.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
And it gets really like radical, and you have like jumping fucking tanks and ice skating tanks.
Sure.
cars, flying from one building to the other. And that's what it is now, and that's great.
It's like car superhero movies.
Absolutely. And it's fine. It is what it is. And I don't know how it got to the point where we started at the Fast and the Furious, where it was like a movie about street racing to bring in like all those that's your demo to this like superhero car thing. It transitioned very well, and now we all accept Fast and Furious for what it is.
It's the slow boil. Like nobody
really
questioned how we got here.
We're like, all right, we're gonna do street racing, and then we're gonna go to Miami and the craziest thing we'll do is we'll jump a car from a ramp onto a boat. Yeah. It'll crash. It won't be like a perfect landing, so it'll be kind of realistic, but that'll be as crazy as we get.
Sure.
Well, now we're gonna drift in Tokyo around all of these hills and fall off, and it'll be cool.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're gonna go
which
back.
Is still a thing. It's
then
very
we're gonna go back
thing.
and get more of these and really play into the heist thing, and then they're like, oh, heists and car tricks.
Yeah, got it.
$1 billion franchise.
Got it.
Now, 10 movies later, we got
all the
spin-offs
cocaine up my nose, guys. I got 15 movies I could write.
That's right.
Oh my God.
That's right. I tell you, man, you get more enjoyment out of a tricycle ride down your neighborhood street than you do out of the Fast and the Furious ride.
Man, you love shit on that ride.
I do, man. And you look up reviews. Go on Google, look up the reviews. Everybody hates it.
Oh my God.
Everybody hates it.
I want to ride that ride so badly right now.
I know you do.
I'm so stoked to go ride that ride.
I know.
I just hate
but see,
on
here's the thing. I think you'll probably come out and go, it wasn't bad.
Yeah. Well, you are
because you knew that it was going to suck.
Yeah, you're managing my expectation level.
But seriously, I think you'd walk out and go, yeah, that was bad. That was real bad, because that's how bad it is.
Yeah,
I have faith that you would walk out and go, yeah, that was bad.
All right,
you're not gonna like my anger, my hatred of that ride comes from my excitement from it.
Sure,
because I was a pass holder last year.
Yep.
And we went like all the time, and we're like, oh yeah, new ride, this is gonna be super fucking awesome. And we went specifically like the week after it opened to ride it. We went the first thing, and we're like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. Yeah, we got passed, we got right in. We're like, oh, we're fucking awesome.
Dude, I can actually hear your disappointment already.
Yeah. And then we go into that first place, the first like little thing, and it's cool. They got a little set, and they're telling us, oh no, the first red flag was when we started walking on the ride, and the attendant there is like, oh, okay, how many you got? All right, 3. Okay, great. Here you go, party people. I was like, whoa. Dave, that's not even an exaggeration. That's exactly what she said to us.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm a 38-year-old man. I'm not a party people anymore, man. Like, plus, isn't that very, like, kind of 1990s?
Party people.
Like...
Come on, party people.
Come on.
Let's shake your butts.
So you walk in, you go through it, and like you go to this first thing, and there's an actor, dude. I'm like, all right, that's old school Universal. That's why I loved Universal as a kid.
All right.
Like seeing the actors, like the people with the you had the Ghostbuster attraction, you had the Murder She Wrote attraction. Yeah. You go in and you'd see like this fake editor guy editing together and teaching you all about editing a Murder She Wrote episode. So it's like, all right, cool, yeah, awesome. So he's going, and it's really kind of awful, the story that they're trying to tell, and then Ludacris comes on the screen and starts talking to the actor and starts talking to us, and it was like, that was when it went from like
bad to worse.
Okay, this could be interesting to like, wow, we're walking into a fucking train wreck, because it was awful.
Is it worse than the Twister ride?
Oh, absolutely. Twister ride was at least fun.
The Twister ride holds a very near and dear space in my heart. I loved the Twister ride.
Did you?
I won't say it was good.
No, it wasn't good.
Yeah. Fun fact, I also loved the Delta ride.
Oh, yeah, Delta ride was good. Yeah.
I loved the Delta ride.
As a kid, but probably as an adult, you wouldn't like it
so much. No, I would think it was terrible as an
absolutely.
adult. But
no,
I
like the Twister. And you know what? Whatever you think about Twister, too, you always have the cow flying across the room that you can always kind of hang your hat on.
Oh, yeah. And the flame tornado.
That, too. Yeah. Well, I think a lot of maybe people our age who were Universal fans kind of hold a grudge against Twister because they did take out Ghostbusters for Twister, and I don't think it was a good switch. I really don't.
Right.
But the Twister to Jimmy Fallon, I'm okay with.
Yeah,
whatever you think about Jimmy Fallon, the ride's still fun.
Oh yeah, and that's like a metric, because that ride is amazing.
It is really good. So we got a few more minutes. Since we're on the topic of theme parks, we should talk about theme parks.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's been some exciting announcements for theme parks.
Please.
Which one do we want to talk about first? Do we want to talk about Star Wars Galaxy Edge? Or do we want to talk about the new Harry Potter ride, the Hagrid's Magical Creature roller coaster?
Let's do Star Wars Galaxy's
Okay.
Edge. You know why?
Why?
Because there's more drinking.
That's not true. There's more drinking at Universal than there is at Disney.
They have the full cantina bar now at the Galaxy's Edge. I'm gonna drink some Bantha drinks.
Dude, do you not remember Fireball and Butterbeer?
Yeah, you have to smuggle in the Fireball.
Shh, no, you don't.
Smuggle in the Fireball.
Hello, kids. This is Matt from the Matt and Dave Show. We do not condone you smuggling in small plastic Fireball bottles into whatever crevice you can find in your body.
Then you got to drink butt
or
Fireball.
Underwear.
Do you want butt Fireball?
Or
This is how you get butt
Put
Fireball.
it on your arm or behind your knee.
I smuggled it in.
Allegedly. However somebody
would
would smuggle something in, we do not condone you doing it and pouring it into your butterbeer. It is not a delicious drink.
It's not
It
delicious.
will not be a good time.
Right.
We do not suggest it.
Yes. It's good. I bought it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's less to talk about with the magical creatures.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with that, and then we'll land on
right,
Galaxy's Edge. So this, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, Universal finally announced what they're making over at the Harry Potter world, the original Harry Potter world, which is where the Hogwarts castle is and all that. They had the Dueling Dragons coaster, which they turned into like the Triwizard Tournament coaster.
Right.
But even after they stopped doing the Dueling Dragons and did it on different time intervals, they still had problems and complaints, so they shut the whole thing down.
Yep.
And they took the coaster down, and they're making a whole new thing over there. And people were suspecting, myself included, that it would be a Fantastic Beast ride, because there had been some whispers about that.
Yes, I could see that.
Myself, I said, that's stupid. Why would you do that? Because people liked the first Fantastic Beasts movie, but a lot of people didn't. You'd be hard-pressed to find Harry Potter fans that didn't like Harry Potter movies.
Yes.
And then the second one came out, and people were even like, this Fantastic Beasts movie.
I should watch these.
We're not really into this. I don't know what you guys are trying to do here, but there's just a lot going on. So I thought it would be really silly for them to do that. I thought, why do that anyway? You're in the Harry Potter world. You got a magical creatures, dude, with Hagrid.
Yeah.
Hagrid's hut was right there. You got rid of that. What's going on? Well, it turns out I was wrong. Because they are opening Hagrid's magical creature motorcycle ride roller coaster.
Oh.
So you get to actually ride like the motorcycle from the movie on a roller coaster and see all these magical creatures, which I think is fantastic.
I think that'd be great.
Beasts.
And where to find them.
I really do. I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
Dude.
I don't think they open until next summer, maybe early. Maybe it's this summer. I don't know.
All right.
It's soon. But I think it's gonna be great. I'm excited. I'm glad they went with that route. I think if they want to make a Fantastic Beasts land, wait another 2 or 3 movies. What are they making, 5 of those movies?
Are they really?
I think so. Yeah. It's a 5 movie. Yeah. And when you watch the movies, you can kind of see like, listen, Miss Rowling, you wrote some fantastic books.
And where to find them.
But you do not write Fantastic Beasts very well.
And where to find them.
I think she should have turned it into a book series. If she had this much story to tell, because there's a lot going on in these movies, man.
Oh, is there really?
There's a lot going on. Well, Fantastic Beasts was originally a book that was like a companion piece for Harry Potter, that you could see all these creatures, and it was written by
like a compendium.
Yeah, it was like it was quote unquote written by Newt Scamander, and like that was cool, right?
Yeah.
So then they announced this movie that was going to be based on him writing these books, and it's not. It's based on what happened between Dumbledore and Grindelwald before Harry Potter happened.
Right.
Like, that's fine. If you want to do that, I think it's a fantastic idea. I think it's a great idea.
But don't do the Newt Scamander bullshit. Just tell that
don't
story.
Don't try to condense it down into a movie, because you can tell she has all this background and history and stories and characters and arcs and romances and like friendships and all these things that she wants to tell, but she only has like a 2.5 hour window to do it. You can't do that.
You gotta do that.
If you read the books, the Harry Potter books, and then watch the movies, you see like how much detail they left out.
Oh yeah.
And I think she's trying to write a lot of detail about these movies.
And it's
just not working.
Convoluted.
Yeah, it's just not working.
Interesting.
It's just not working.
You think there's gonna be like a fan edit where they come out and edit it all into one cohesive movie?
I think next time Topher Grace is playing a white racist, a white supremacist,
yes,
maybe we'll get a Fantastic Beast fan edit.
Another like a fan edit. Oh,
yeah.
That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the Star Wars.
Let's talk about Star Wars, because talking is about the closest thing we're going to get to it anytime soon. I am not going anywhere near that place.
Oh, dude, I am not touching it.
Nope.
No way.
Not for at least another 10 years.
Yeah. It'd be like Celebration every day.
Oh, God. And Celebration's awful.
Yeah.
I don't even know how people go to that and enjoy themselves.
Don't
I don't even know how
understand
people go to Disney these days and enjoy themselves.
Yeah, it's been a while for me.
Like, seriously, every ride is like a 2-hour wait unless you
Is
get
it
a fast
really?
pass.
Really?
That's what I hear.
Oh my god.
That's what I hear.
This is why I just go to Epcot and drink.
This exactly. Because even if you're waiting in line, you could drink in line.
Yeah. I'm still participating in the activity I set out to participate in.
It's true.
I take it with me.
It's very true.
I'm my own fast pass. Tequila is my fast pass. That's actually not true. I'm not a big tequila drinker.
You know, I wonder if you could do drinking around the islands at Islands of Adventure.
I think it'd be harder to do.
Well, it's not like, I mean, Epcot is set up to do drinking around the world. I mean,
Yeah.
you have different drinks from different
Countries and shit like that, yeah.
and lots of different options.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's possible. I don't know. I wonder if it's possible.
Be worth a shot.
Well, we could just smuggle in, or not smuggle in, whatever alcohol you want, and then just do it.
Well, you can
You could be the first to do it.
I mean, I've had like whiskey there. You can get like you go to the Blues Brothers bar. They have a legit.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah,
straight
the
up
one
bar.
across. Well, it's not the Blues Brothers bar, but it's the one across the street.
where the
You're
Blues
right.
Brothers do the show.
What is it called?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
But it's like the movie set bar.
Yeah, you know, I got you.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of bars, but that's at Universal, not Islands of Adventure.
Oh, that's right.
All right, well, let's talk about Star Wars Galaxy
Hell
Edge.
yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
So they've released a lot of information about this now. They are just drowning you in the information.
And you probably read more of it than I did because I have no time
yeah.
for that.
So you get the Millennium Falcon. You get there's going to be a cantina.
You get a Millennium Falcon ride.
Yep.
Not just the Millennium Falcon, but a
Yeah,
ride.
you get the ride, cantina, and they released the drinks and the food for the cantina, which I was super stoked about.
Is there going to be a blue milk drink?
There's going to be a blue milk drink.
Man.
Yeah. Or a bantha drink. I don't know if I think it's blue. I don't know if it's like the blue cream, but I think it's at least blue. It's like a Coaco.
As long as it
drink.
looks like blue milk, we're good.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to drink all those drinks.
I want a green milk that I can squirt out of the nipple.
Just like have a teat.
Of a teat of a
I don't know
dragon-looking thing. I don't even know what those things are.
Like the weird
idea.
bird, and just have it frothy on my beard. Just a
Don't ever say frothy on my beard.
frothy
again.
on my beard. Just some little like alien tit milk, just all frothy and shit.
That should be the name. That should be the name of your next band's
Alien
album.
tit milk, frothy and shit.
Frothy on my beard.
Frothy on my beard.
Alien tit milk should be the name of the band.
Yeah, alien
tit milk.
frothy on my beard. Oh, don't die, Blondie. Oh,
wow.
That's good.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, wow. It's
Anyways,
got
I
some
mean,
stars right now.
It looks cool. Like it really looks like I believe that they're going to do a really good job with it, and that I am not going to see it for 2 to 2.5 years.
Well, and I've said on the show, like I might be the only one who's not looking forward to Star Wars Galaxy Edge because Star Wars Galaxy Edge didn't really sound Star Warsy,
yeah.
and the things that I saw didn't look Star Warsy, other than other than the Millennium Falcon, like right in the center of everything.
Yeah, but it's supposed to take place in like
right. Well, I'm getting to that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really excited, and then like they showed all this stuff, and there's a clip from like the Star Wars ride, and they talk about the cantina and talk about all the drinks and everything you can do, and apparently the land is set. Oh, and I was also not happy with the fact that all you ever see are like these First Order stormtroopers, like give me some classic stormtroopers,
Yeah.
right? But apparently the land is set in time between Episode 8, which was the last Jedi,
Right.
and this new movie. So it's the time in between these two movies. Also, I think I said to you, like, no wonder why Disney was sweating
Yeah.
the Last Jedi feedback so
Yeah.
much, because they've got billions of dollars
Yeah, in
poured
infrastructure.
into this theme park based around this time period. Like, if you're gonna piss people off, it's like, ooh.
Yeah. No.
They must have. I mean, they must have thought that people would really respond to the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to have. Early on, like they've had to have thought like it was really good because, I mean, they gave Ryan Johnson. Well, they did give Ryan Johnson
and
a
then
trilogy.
they took
Now
away.
I don't know if they took it away or
well,
he went away.
the fucked out. Yeah.
Whatever it was, but I mean, they had a lot riding on this fucking movie, and then everybody was like, "Oh, it sucks. It's the worst. It's no
Yeah.
good." Then you got Mark Hamill going, "Well, I disagree." I think that was really the downfall of The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Had Mark Hamill not said, "I disagree with the direction of this character" before the movie came out,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
if I'm Kathleen Kennedy, I'm like, "Oh, fuck, Mark, throw me a fucking bone here, man."
yeah.
Come on.
Get your $1 billion.
Yeah, get your $1 billion. Go fucking sign some autographs. Go do your voices and
Just know you're not Kenny Baker right now. Just know that.
right. It's true. That's true. It looks exciting. Did you see the video?
You could be David Prowse right now. I just want you to know that. You could be David Prowse, but you're not.
You have to
you're
tell
Mark fucking Hamill.
You have to tell everybody who that is.
David Prowse is the guy that originally suited Vader, like he was the guy in the suit. And he is just like, conventions are his like shebang, and I will not besmirch that in any way, shape, or form. But evidently he's been banned from like official Star Wars conventions. He had a falling out with people over certain things, of which I won't get into, and nor do I. I just don't know enough to really speak on it, but that's who David Prowse is.
It's true.
So he's like the opposite of Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas, what was the Galaxy Quest? The
Tim Allen?
Yeah, not that.
Or Alan Rickman?
No. Lower. The engineer, not Tony Shalhoub. Oh God, what's his name? He just won an Oscar.
Sam Rockwell?
Sam Rockwell, yeah, like Sam Rockwell's character.
He wasn't an engineer.
No, I know, but
he was like one of the
lower.
extras.
Yeah, I'm saying like lower than that, because
gotcha.
Tony Shalhoub was the engineer.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
God, it's a great movie.
It is a good movie. I heard we were getting a television show.
I heard rumors of a television show.
Everything is coming back. Like, I don't know who we need to blame for this, but everything that we loved about the 90s is coming back as like a limited series or a television show of some sort. Now we've got the Sandlot series coming out.
I saw that.
With all of the original. Okay, so I've read conflicting reports. Everybody had this big article about the Sandlot television series. All the original cast was coming back for it.
Yep.
Which I found weird because they did sequels. And even at the end of the movie, they're like, oh, yeah, this is what happened to this character, and this is what happened to this character.
Oh, did they really?
Remember the end of The Sandlot? Oh,
I don't.
It's like, yeah, this guy married Wendy Peppercorn, and they had 18 children, and this guy got really into the 60s, and he disappeared. Nobody ever saw him again. And like, now we're going to do a sequel television series where all these guys are back. But then I saw something that said somebody follow some of the original cast members on Twitter, and I haven't done my due diligence on this, and none of them know anything about this.
Oh, interesting.
But that's just what that there's just a few places I read people say that.
Sure. So you don't know.
But all of the official press releases and articles say that everybody's coming back, but I don't know how true that actually is. So I tell you what, man, I love The Sandlot.
Yep.
But I'd much rather see a Mighty Ducks reunion.
Oh, dude.
Television show, whatever.
Yes.
Like, I mean, think about it. You've got
Foggy's free.
You've got Joshua Jackson, and you've got Keegan-Michael Thompson, plus the Foggy dude. So all three of those are like really popular.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, Keegan Thompson right now, Foggy like has his nerd following, and then Joshua Jackson has like the '90s nostalgic, fringe guys.
Yep.
I mean, I like to see some like you could have some of those guys come back and like do like another, I don't know.
All right,
save the town.
Hear me out.
Okay, I'm listening. This we gotta wrap it up.
Yep. Giants.
In the sky?
Nope. Jesus. Not little giants anymore.
Oh, just giants.
Giants.
Love it. Go. Sold. Only if Rick Moranis comes back, though.
Exactly.
So people say about the new Ghostbusters movie.
Yep.
Only watch it if Rick Moranis comes back.
Only if Rick Moranis comes back.
Because he was such an important part of the Ghostbuster team.
No, he is. You shot the slime.
Listen, I love Rick Moranis. Almost every movie I've gone to see at Giggle is literally
has Rick Moranis in it.
I realized that when we were seeing Little Shop of Horrors, I was like, the last time I was here was to see a Rick Moranis movie. And Steve Martin, to be.
Wow.
I really wish they would show Roxanne over there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm bored.
All right.
All right. That's it for us today.
Yeah, we're good.
So we're going to go back to bed.
Yep.
And gain that hour back.
Yeah.
Some way, somehow.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Speaking of wasting an hour, enjoy. Later.